isn't going to bring about a solution. It's only going to prolong and exaggerate this war. We might be in for years and years of a war in the Ukraine. But then the world woke up and suddenly realized that Russia and Ukraine are the world's biggest grain exporters, and something has to be done. So they came to an agreement, and I hope it holds, to export grain through Odessa and through the Bosphorus to the rest of the world. That is a good move. But at the same time, putting more and more arms into Ukraine isn't going to bring about it. What I find disappointing is that hardly any of the world's leaders use the word peace. They always use the language of more war and more bellicose war. Ukrainians are dying. Ukrainians have gone into exile, thousands and thousands. And Russian soldiers are dying, conscripted young Russian soldiers are dying. This war is disastrous for the people of Ukraine, for the people of Russia, and for the safety and security of the whole world. And therefore, there has to be much more effort put into peace. I think it's good that Antonio Guterres eventually went to Moscow, but mainly to talk about Mariupol at that time. I think the UN ought to be centre stage in this. And if the UN cannot negotiate a ceasefire of some sort, then bring in somebody else who can. The African Union, League of Arab States. There are many forums around the world that have no direct economic interest one way or the other between Russia and Ukraine who might be able to broker a peace. But there has to be a peace. Otherwise, what are we looking at? People in Ukraine just being killed, Russian soldiers being killed, and a devastation on the economies of all those countries. And there are now millions of Ukrainians living in other parts of Europe. And I have to say, generally speaking, Europe has been very welcoming of Ukrainian refugees, and that's good, that's right. Sadly, they're not so welcoming and not so enabling of refugees coming from Yemen or anywhere else. In my book, a refugee needs help and support wherever they come from.